Hey everybody, Paranormal Video Gamer here, and excuse the hair. It's been a interesting morning to say the least. It's afternoon now here. I'm in my backyard just chilling. Pretty much enjoying the unusual weather, because usually it's still pretty cold here in March. We don't usually warm up until like mid-April, where we're seeing weather of like 60, 70 degrees. But it's March, towards the beginning of March actually, and it's 60 some odd degrees, so it's kind of weird. So I'm enjoying it while I can, because I know probably tomorrow it's going to be like 40 degrees. Anyway, I'm currently working on Resident Evil Requiem, and I figured I'd give my review on the game so far. A lot of people that I saw in a bunch of the Resident Evil forums on Reddit and Discord and Facebook and Instagram, a lot of them. A lot of people are saying that they don't like it. They don't like it because of the fact it's too scary. And I'm thinking to myself, it's Resident Evil. What'd you think was going to happen? There's an actual movement. There's a Facebook group that I saw, and I won't name the group. I was thinking about doing it, but I won't name the group. But there's an actual group that wants Capcom to refund them the money that they spent on the game because it's too scary. Yeah, you heard that right. They want a refund because it's too scary. Now, my review is this, without any spoilers. Is the game scary? Absolutely. Is it terrifying scary? Absolutely. Not gonna lie. There was one point so far where I'm in a certain place. I won't say more than that. But there's a spot in the game where you're walking around, all of a sudden something jumps up on top of you. I'm not gonna lie, I crapped my pants. Haven't done that in a long time. Not since Resident Evil 7. There was no warning. No prelude. No heads up. You're going to crap your pants. Nope, just douche. And I loved it. I had to change my underwear. I had to take a shower afterwards. But I loved it. So if you go into this game thinking that it's just basically action-oriented, I know a lot of people like action-oriented games. They like games that they don't necessarily have to worry about enemies. They can get through. They can do headshots the whole time. This is probably not a game for you. But if you're like me, and you like old school Resident Evil, down in the depths of hell, when you are looking for a fuse to open up a door, and you know you have to go through this area, but you know it's going to suck, this game's for you. I have really enjoyed playing through the two campaigns. Now, I will say, and again, this is not to spoil anything, but I mean, this is common knowledge, so it's not really spoiling anything. Between the two characters that you play, Grace and Leon, I think Grace has the scarier stuff so far. There's been a couple moments with Leon, but Leon is a badass. He's dealt with the stuff that you're going through. It's not like Ethan Winter, who, you know, we started on Resident Evil 7. They went to Resident Evil 8. You find out all the information about him and what makes him who he is. He eventually gets used to everything. He gets trained by Chris Redfield, of all people, to learn how to fight, to learn how to defend himself, to learn how to deal with psychologically what's going on in the environment. Leon's been through how many games now? Let's see here. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4. I mean, Resident Evil 2, he was a rookie cop when he started, so all the crap that went down in Resident Evil 2, that was just like icing on the cake for him. Then he comes back for Resident Evil 4, and it's kind of like the same setup. He's going through a village, trying to figure out what the heck's going on. And then they bring him back for this game. And I can understand why he's a fan favorite. I liked him from Resident Evil 2. I liked him even more so from Resident Evil 4. And by the way, I love the remake of 4 because it is on point. Unlike 3, which to me there's just so many bad things about 3. And it's not a horrible game, but Resident Evil 2 Remake is just a much stronger game, and Resident Evil 3 Remake is much weaker because there's so much stuff that they cut out of the game, and it's so short compared to the other ones. It's just, it's disappointing. But I go back every once in a while, I play, but yeah, this game's on point. It's on point for scaring your britches, surprising you in certain areas of the game. There are some moments where I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, okay. Especially what just recently happened now. I'm back in Raccoon City on the chapter I'm in right now. So I'm back in Raccoon City. And again, this is not a spoiler. We saw from the trailers, Leon's back in Raccoon City. But I will say, out of all the games so far, all of them, and this includes the remakes, I gotta say, Resident Evil 2 is still, to me, the most scary, the most terrifying game, and the remake just amped it up a little bit. Then it goes Resident Evil 1, and then the remake. The remake, again, very scary. The only problem I had with Resident Evil 1 Remake, which, if the rumors are correct, they're doing another one. The only problem I had with it is sometimes the Crimson Heads would glitch, and they'd literally stand there and do nothing. And I'd be, like, literally standing right next to them, and they wouldn't touch me or do anything. I'd literally have to shoot them and pop off their heads in order to just like get past them because I got frustrated. But yeah, I'd close the door, come back, and they'd still be in the same area. It's like they got glitch stuck to the floor. And I've had that happen a lot. So I haven't played it in a while, but yeah, for the longest time they did not patch that out. And I don't know if they ever actually patched the whole thing out, but that's the only problem I had with the remake of Resident Evil 1. And if the rumors are true that they're making another Resident Evil 1, and they're going back and they're taking all the stuff they've learned from doing 2, 3, 4, and now this game's system that they put in, I get to see why they want to remake 1. Because if they want to remake 1 into a more modern system, then okay, cool. I'm all for it. But this game is definitely number 3 on my list of all scariest of all time. I wouldn't say it's 1 or 2. Again, Resident Evil 2 and the remake for me is the top of scary. Mr. X following you around and just being that annoying, like, stalker and some of the things that he was doing while you're trying to figure out stuff and you're going around the police station, that to me has always been like the scariest moment, because you are constantly looking behind your back and the tension is just amped up when he makes his appearance. So that's number one in my opinion of scary. Number two has to be the original Resident Evil 4. And the reason I say it's scary is, yes, it is very action-oriented, but when you're going through parts of the game, and there's this one section, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody that has not ever played Resident Evil 4, but if you haven't, go play it. I gotta come back to this, but one thing that to me stood out is there's a section here in the game where you are going against multiple chainsaw-wielding people. And you have literally a few seconds to deal with the situation. And that tension is just insane. So that is my number two. Resident Evil 4 Remake. Remake, I should say, was good. I can't say it was as scary as the original. I think the original is just a little bit more up there in tier-wise. And then we've got Requiem. Requiem is definitely top 3. It's got to be 3 or 4. I think Code Veronica was scary as hell, too. Especially, playing that late at night. There are certain parts of it that are really scary. But I'm going to drop that down to actually 4 and put Requiem up on 3. Because I think Requiem is just... There's so many good moments that as you're playing the game, you kind of feel like you have to watch your back. You have to watch what you're doing. There are just so many insane moments that you're playing and you're just like, dude, I'm done. I actually had to turn the game off for half hour, 45 minutes the other day, because I was in this one section and I was just like, okay, yeah, heart's racing. I'm an older guy. I got to watch out for that. Stress level going up. But Requiem is so damn good. It really is. A lot of people can sit there and say that they want a refund for how scary of a game it is, but this is Resident Evil. This is what it's meant to be. It's meant to be terrifying. It's meant to scare the Jesus out of you. Because that's what survival horror used to be back in the day. It used to be, it scared the bejesus out of you, and you just need to accept it. But that's my thoughts and opinion. What's your thoughts on Resident Evil Requiem? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Alright? Take care, everybody. Paranormal Video Gamer here. Take care of yourself and each other.